Thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's an honor to see all of you out there. Such a great crowd, and I think I can speak on behalf of all of our San Bruno office in saying that Sydney is truly one remarkable city. We've had a great time here. Such a beautiful place to be, and we hope you get a chance to come back real soon. So as Luis said, I'm the head of news and politics at YouTube, which means that I, aside from running our political programming, also run our political vlog, CitizenTube, which makes me not only an employer, but a user as well. And through that experience, I've learned that really YouTube isn't just built on the community, it really is the community here with the site. And so it's an honor for me today to present to you some of our power users here in Australia. We have a very strong user community in Australia, as Sakina said. And I'd like to introduce a few of them, and we'll take a little bit of a look at their channels and their experience here on the site, and then also move on to some partners as well after that. So first, we have Community Channel. Community Channel is Natalie Tran. She joined YouTube in late 2006 and today has 52 videos posted to the site and over 37,000 subscribers, making her the second most subscribed Australian blogger. Her videos have been viewed over 7 million times and are at once personal and insightful, with a real peek inside of her life as a student here in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Community Channel. Welcome, Natalie. Blunty3000 is Nate Burr, a writer, producer, and now an online video creator. He started out at YouTube posting a short clip of his mate's band to the site and now has over 350 videos to YouTube. His stop animation video using Lego figures won him the Warner Brothers Circle Circle Dot Dot music video competition. And he has used his YouTube stardom to sign a deal with ABC Television for a 6-part series called Meat Space. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Blunty3000. Welcome, Blunty. Next, we have Hugh's News. Hugh's News is Hugh Thomas. He started on YouTube in October of 2006 by uploading simple videos documenting his life, things such as helping his girlfriend move out of her apartment and going to parties with friends. He now does comedic vlogs. And I must say one of my favorite of Hugh's comedic vlogs is one in which he documents his experience falling in love with himself. And so Hugh and Hugh get married and they have a child. They name it Hugh, and they live happily ever after. It's a great video. You should check it out. You know, anyone who can have that much fun with themselves deserves to be on YouTube. Hugh's News, everyone. Come on out, Hugh. Thank you for being here, sir. And finally, we have a man who may not need an introduction, Juan Man. Juan Man's free. I suppose Juan Man is Juan Man. Juan Man. Oh, okay. Juan Man is Juan Man. And as you heard before, his Free Hugs campaign on YouTube has been seen by over 20 million people around the world. In fact, I think it's the 20th highest viewed video on YouTube of all time. And it's really just a testament to the simple power of reaching out and giving someone a hug. You might have even gotten a hug from Juan on your way in today if you saw him out there with his sign. His video has helped spawn campaigns in over 70 countries across the globe. And he's seen success by being interviewed by Oprah, by CNN, and by many other international media outlets. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Juan Man. Juan, can I get a hug? Of course. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the panel. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. I thought we could just quickly start out by going down the line. Maybe we'll start with Juan down there at the end and move this way. Tell us about sort of how you ended up on YouTube.
A friend of mine actually made the music video that was on YouTube. He sent it to me as a kind of cheer-up gift. And a month later, he put it on YouTube and sent me an email 3 days later going, it's got 250,000 hits. What are you doing at the moment? You might need to come over to the States, and things are kind of going crazy. It's been amazing to see a simple idea spread right around the world and to see how far YouTube has gone. I mean, it's everywhere. It's all over the planet. And it's been an amazing journey.
How many hugs do you think you've given since this campaign started? In
the past 3 years, I think I've hugged around 500,000 people. So it's busy.
Wow, tremendous. So you didn't set out to create a viral video; it just sort of happened.
No, this was just me trying to do something to cheer myself up and make other people smile. So I mean, it was kind of an accident in a way, but it's been a pretty pleasant accident.
What's Oprah like?
She's nice. She's a quality hugger. I think she's probably hugged more people than I have. So.
She gave you a good hug?
Yeah, I think I should just hand the sign and the jacket to her, and she should take over.
Oh, very cool. Well, Hugh, can you tell us a little bit about how you started up on YouTube?
Yeah, I just, oh, wow. I just basically uploaded videos. I got a video coming for my birthday and just decided to sort of take it out in the town with me, went to karaoke, filmed each other doing it and stuff, and uploaded that. And then it sort of got run away to the point where me and friends of mine have had comedy skit ideas and things like that all our life. So, you know, decided to start making them, and thus I started to love myself. So, yeah, it was good.
Now, you're an archaeologist by day.
Yep.
YouTuber by night, or
pretty much,
by free time. Do you have aspirations of becoming a full-time vlogger, or is this just sort of a side thing that you do?
Well, for me, I mean, I teach during the day and things like that, and work, you know, overseas and things like that. But this is really a hobby for me, as I think it is for many people. But it's something I do to relax and make videos, and really having subscribers and having views and things like that is just this fantastic sort of bonus that came with it. And for me, it was just sort of a creative outlet, really, just to have fun and just, you know, spend a few hours just in front of a camera.
Do you find that your personality on YouTube is sort of different from the Hugh by day? I mean, do you sort of flick to a different person when you turn on the camera?
I'm an idiot all the time, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And my friend Ash here will vouch for that. So, I mean, yeah, I like having fun during the day, and when I get on YouTube, I try and not take myself seriously and just, you know, just have fun with it, because I think that's what people want to see half the time anyway.
Cool. Nate, talk a little bit about how you came to YouTube.
First found YouTube just as a way to share a video I took of a mate's band, his performance. I just wanted to share it with some of the other musicians in the little Hobart musician community. And that worked well, and I used it to distribute some of the existing animation videos I make, little stop motion animation with Lego. And after that, I sort of started exploring YouTube more and more and saw people vlogging and stuff like that. And I used to keep a text blog, and I thought, well, that's a quicker and easier way to do it than typing it out and spell checking, because I'm a horrible speller. So I started uploading vlogs and things instead, and just got carried away with it. So.
And where does the username Blunty3000 come from?
It's because of my resemblance to a man named Kevin Smith, who's a filmmaker. He has a character that he wrote and plays called Blunt Man. And that used to be my username on various communities, forums and things for a while. And eventually that got shortened from the people who knew me. They just started calling me Blunty as a form of nickname, so that stuck. So.
And 3000?
3000 because someone else already took the name Blunty.
There were 2,999 other Blunties
before
you signed up?
I didn't want like Blunty 1 or Blunty 2, so 3000 just sort of rolls off the tongue. It's a good sound, really.
It does. Yeah. Sounds very sci-fi related.
Yes.
In fact, a lot of your videos are of the sci-fi
I'm a geek.
dimension.
Yeah.
Right.
Big geek. There's a lot of references to Trek and Star Wars and Farscape and all that sort of stuff, and I do videos on that quite a lot. There was one video I really enjoyed doing, which was comparing Star Trek to Star Wars, or comparing the people who compare them. And that was a lot of fun.
Comparing the people who compare Star Trek to Star Wars.
Yeah, the people who get really bent out of shape when you start sort of comparing them, and they talk about if the Millennium Falcon could beat the Enterprise and things like that, and I just want to drill through my head. But yeah,
very cool.
I'm a geek.
Very cool. And Natalie, you want to tell us a little bit about how you came to YouTube?
I, like a lot of people, I think, heard about Lonely Girl 15, which was the skit which happened at the beginning. And I logged on to check out YouTube, and I found out it was an amazing site, and communication was so immediate with just the uploading of videos and the response. And I guess, like all of us here, I became a victim. So something like that.
What did you like about YouTube when you first started?
To be honest with you, I think I had a lot of ideas that I'd already formed about people overseas, and when you see all these people just talking on blogs, and it's just really interesting. I mean, blogs are such a small part of YouTube. It offers so much. It's a beautiful kind of vault of information that you just have access to. So it's wonderful.
Now, do you find that you connect with sort of other Australian YouTubers quite a bit, or do you sort of reach across the globe in the way that you connect with people?
I have spoken to quite a few people who are from Australia, but again, the wonderful thing about YouTube is there's just so many people internationally who you have the opportunity to communicate with. So, yeah.
I wonder if it's just for anybody who's sort of curious to talk about it, how would you, if someone were to say, what is the YouTube community? Like, what does that mean, or what is that? How would you best describe that? I don't know, for any of you guys, if you have any thoughts on...
I don't know whether you could sum up the YouTube community in like a sentence, because it's all kinds of people doing all sorts of stuff. There's people like most of us here who do vlogs and love to interact with people and go back and forth with the people who comment on our videos and back and forth with video responses and things like that, and just get a feel out what people are thinking about stuff and have a conversation about issues or silly stuff or just entertain them. And then there's other people who use the site to promote their music, and there's other people who have political agendas, and there's other people who just like to upload the little bits and pieces from family vacations where Grandma Maud fell down the hill and broke her hip. But it's, yeah, the community is the world, basically. It's not, you can't go, that guy's a YouTuber, that guy isn't.
There's sort of a critical mass. Oh, sorry, go ahead, you.
No, I was going to say, like, I mean, it does parallel what you would consider the wider community outside, that you will have, you know, people who are nice and people who are idiots and all that sort of stuff, and, you know, people with strong political views, and you'll have the crazy guy in the corner who's yelling about, you know, Jesus and stuff like that. So you really do have this wide, you know, community gathering of it, and it's just, you know, when you don't have your friends in front of you that you can talk to us about, it's like, okay, well, I'll use a camera and people can watch it. So that's what I think anyway.
I was going to say, I think that once it's reached the point now where people just say, I need to find out about something, and it's become like Wikipedia and it's just YouTube it. And I think that really says a lot. It's just anybody who's searching for any kind of information, it's just become this really big thing for everybody, yeah.
Sort of a verb, huh?
Yeah.
You YouTube it.
You used to Google for stuff, now you can YouTube stuff as well.
Now, Nate, I have to point out, or actually ask you to point out, the story of how you met a certain special someone who might be in the crowd today. If you point her out,
she's hiding behind the camera. Wave.
There she is up on the ledge, filming, of course. Nate, how did you meet Kat?
It was really, she came to YouTube originally as just a way to experiment with video making. She had plans to do more video stuff, so she wanted to basically practice editing and get used to the software and stuff. And she came across some of my videos, and I tend to have a fairly, oh God, how would you put it? Mobile face, and she found that interesting. So she used a bunch of clips from my videos, you know, pulling different faces.
So she found you?
Yeah, she just stumbled across. I think it was shortly after one of my videos were featured, so I was sort of sitting on the front page or somewhere. And she basically, from that, she went to all my other clips and she took bits and pieces out of all my videos and just made this mashup music video, just using footage from my vlogs and my animations and all that sort of stuff. And she sent it to me to check out. After much debate, she was very embarrassed. She's quite shy about this kind of stuff. But she sent it to me, and it was a really impressive editing job. So we started talking to each other, go back and forth about video editing and YouTube in general, and we started to get to know each other.
So who was the first one to take the romantic plunge?
It happened organically. I don't think it was one person.
Whatever. It was you.
Probably. I'm a charmer. Yeah, so we got to know each other as people more and more, and you know, messages on YouTube went to IMs, and it just flowed. And then we flew her down to see if we would get along this well in real life, and she spent a few weeks with me down in Hobart, and that worked really well. So went back up the statue and started making plans for her to come down and live with me. So.
And she moved here.
Yeah.
A YouTube love story, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Now.
Love you, Bobby.
There we go. Juan, you've had, 20 million people watch your video. Who is sort of like the most interesting or noteworthy person you've met on YouTube through this whole process?
I have been the least active member of the YouTube community in history. I'm really sorry, guys. These guys are YouTube when it comes down to it. Yeah, pretty much. I showed up, I put a video up, and then I went back to work in Pitt Street. I get a lot of messages from people all over the world telling me how inspiring the video is for them and how it makes them feel happy. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I had a lady tell me how her partner had committed suicide after he found out she was pregnant. And she watched the Free Hugs video for the 8 months that she was still pregnant until she gave birth, and she named her child Juan. Which is kind of like, oh, you should have done something better. Anything but Juan. Yeah, but as the least active member of the YouTube community, I'm trying to change that. And since YouTube Australia has launched, I've kind of put a video up online inviting all of Australia to my home. So anytime you guys want to drop by, Unit 12, 30 Bucknell Street, Newtown. I'll be home on Friday.
So wait, you're inviting people to come to your home?
Yeah.
Wow, that's the transparency of the internet for you right there.
Yeah, I'm now the easiest man to find on the planet.
All right, well, post-party at Juan's place after the YouTube thing. Hugh, or anyone really, what does it mean to have a YouTube Australia site? I mean, you already have this global community where you can connect people with videos. What does it mean to actually have an Australian version of YouTube?
Well, I mean, for me, at least, I can look up over here and look up above me and see 100 users and things like that. And if you ask me how many videos I will know of people, I'll probably know a handful. And it's not saying that their videos aren't good or anything. It's just that it takes a while to build yourself up to the point where you have a couple of thousand subscribers and you can get on lists that people will see you. So to have a pure Australian site where I will see more Australian content and things like that, I think is fantastic, because it helps bring up people who are smaller, and it helps sort of share our views. And you do make friendships from it. I'm good friends with multiple people here, so there's added bonuses all around.
So it's sort of a way to connect within the...
Exactly.
Just an easier way to find other Australians that are doing the same thing you are. And it gives them an extra step to get even more people to see what they're doing and subscribers and things, because it's another subcategory people can drill down into. So it gives more exposure to people out there, which is great.
Great. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming up here today, but would be remiss to let you leave the stage without telling the crowd what your favorite YouTube video of all time is, in any order. I guess Natalie first.
There's far too many to say, but I really love the wine cone, so You're Really Hot is my favorite video.
Oh, right.
The Wine Cone's one of my favourites, so I don't know whether I could pin down one of his videos, but I think the video that would have to be my favourite is the one that changed my life, and that was the Bloody 3000 tribute that my bubby did. So my life hasn't been the same since.
Perfect answer.
I can't really follow up on that, so...
Your turn, mate.
Whoa. All right. I can't nail down one video, as Natalie said, but I think, for me personally, and it sounds weird she's here tonight actually, that I remember very early on watching Caitlin Hill's videos and thinking, oh, that's a cool girl, and she's kind of random and funny, so I kind of, and it's funny because she told me today that every time she searched for herself or something, apparently my video of response to her came up, so I'm always very proud of that. So.
We actually should point out that we do have Caitlin the Hill 88 up there on the ledge. YouTube's most subscribed vlogger is here today. A little round of applause for Caitlin. Round of applause for Caitlin. And Juan, what's your favorite YouTube video of all time?
The Candy Mountain video that I saw yesterday. I only saw it for the first time yesterday, and it was pretty funny. Everyone should watch it.
Very cool.
No, everything on YouTube is pretty cool.
Guys, thanks so much for coming up here today. Really appreciate it. And if you want to learn more from them, obviously they'll be mingling out in the crowd a bit later. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, guys. Thanks. Appreciate that, man.